Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni, this time a news video and an incredibly hype one. We got lots of information out of the recent Chinese letter from a producer live, so there isn't just the Japanese ones that we're used to with Yoshi-P, there are actually Chinese ones for that region. Now, why this is important is usually the things they showcase during those live letters end up coming to the West eventually. Sometimes we see new emotes and things like that. Well, today is no different. Well, I went over to the blog.livedoor.japan website. This is a great website for news. I love going on this personally myself, but they are basically the people that I'm going to reference today. They've taken all these pictures and provided links to everything, so I'll provide this as a link in the description of this video below. But as you can see, we've got ourselves new emotes, or at least a emote or emotes. The first thing you'll notice here is that there's a character of Makote here leaning backwards on invisible walls or something. This is apparently a part of a brand new emote, which is basically a mime style of emote, if that makes any sense. It'll be more clear as we go down. There is actually footage of this as well. You'll see here that there's a character leaning. I'm not really sure if this is a separate emote. I can't read everything on screen at this point. I've not translated everything properly, but there is certainly an emote where your character does the typical mime thing where it pretends there's this plate glass in front of them and that they're inside of a box, and they actually climb out of the box as well. I thought this was definitely worth sharing. The quality of these images isn't perfect, but then it is what it is. If we scroll down, there is actually a video clip. We're going to mute this for a second because it's just the Chinese basically voices over the top of this, but this is basically the emote. Even though it's grainy, you get the idea. But Makote is looking for a way out of this invisible area. She's like, wait, there's a top to this, and she literally lifts herself and jumps outside of an invisible box and then leans back. So yeah, I guess it is part of the same emote where she leans back on that glass. It's perfect. It is stand-up comedy. So the idea then is that this particular picture here was taken in G pose from the character trying to lean back in that shocked position. This is probably one of the most fun things I've seen in a long time, and I can't wait to get a hold of this personally. You'll see they've also got a minion there on the shoulder there, which adds to that even further. But this was shown off during the Chinese letter from a producer live, and yeah, how cool. It's just hilarious. I love it. Let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. So there she is. She's like, wait, I can't get out of here. No. Where? How do I get? Wait, is there a roof to this? No, there's an edge. And then suddenly she finds the edge and lifts over it. And then tries to lean against the side of the box, but the box was never there, and she gets surprised when she falls on her butt. This is probably the most fun I've seen on a single emote ever. The likelihood is then that we will see this in the West, right? We'll definitely end up seeing this in the West. It's going to have too many recommendations and people asking for it. So usually what happens is that the Mog Station, the Final Fantasy XIV online store gets items from other regions of the game at a later date. So I don't know how long it will be. It can be anything from next month or next week to a year from now, but they are adding more and more stuff from the other regions. We're getting the Inferno jacket, which was previously a Chinese and I believe it was either Chinese or Korean exclusive, which has like a meteor on it and like the has Ifrit on it, so it's a leather jacket. We'll be getting that in October, I believe, during the next Moogle itinerant event, like with the Moogle tomes. So that's to look forward to. So it's only a matter of time before we see this, and honestly, I cannot wait to get this in the game. I had to feature this. If you've not seen this, then it was definitely worth. Another piece of information we got from this then, we didn't get a lot of information, but it was actually some 6.0 information. Apparently, according to the live letter, which was translated roughly, one of the key points was that there was a Q&A session and somebody asked what was happening with summoner pets, and the answer we got was that apparently the Phoenix will be resizable like the Bahamut currently is. So you know how you can use a text command to change the size of Bahamut to be much smaller? So if you don't want it to fill your screen, apparently the same thing will be doable in the future for people to do in the game to limit the size of the Phoenix, because some people don't want a massive Phoenix covering their screen. But that was pretty much the only information we really got from that, as far as I could tell. If any other information comes up or any other translations, I'll be sure to bring that news straight to you. But thank you to Live Door Japan for posting this article with all of the links. I'll just link this in the description, but of course all of the individual sources can be found by clicking on links in this actual thing. And this is basically our badly Google translated website. But yeah, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I really like this emote, and I cannot wait to showcase this in the game in the future. Much love, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.